This is Dr. Sikorsky, beautiful Elgin, Illinois. We're on our second video for the abs, and we're just going to start building a little bit more and giving a little bit more information. So the previous one we showed the simple test. Now we're going to just go into a little bit more depth with that test. If we're laying on our back and the ab isn't doing its job, our quad or our hip flexor is going to have to do more work. So if we're picking up this leg and my ab is not working, now the muscles that control the leg are going to be the hip flexors and some of our quad. Once my ab turns on, now that muscle will be a little bit silent. And then the symptoms we could get with this is if we're walking and we're starting to develop pain in through here or tightness in through the hips. I have so many patients that come in and they tell me they have very tight hip flexors. Well, and they're always stretching their hip flexors, and maybe it's not a hip flexor problem, maybe it's a strength problem. And if we're using a muscle incorrectly or too much, we can develop that problem. And so when we're standing, if I'm with the leg swinging in the air or the leg that's in the swing phase, this ab has to help stabilize the pelvis. This glute needs to be firing, and so there's a synchronicity between the foot that's on the ground and the foot that's in the air, and that's in through the pelvis. And so as we start walking, our glute needs to be activated. If not, we're going to start to bump out, but we're going to be here. If the pelvis drops, the ab isn't going to be working. And so this test is very simple, but it gives a lot of information on how well we're able to stabilize the pelvis and stabilize the lumbar spine while we're walking and doing our daily activities. So